Good morning and welcome to Muscle Maintenance Within Shape Fitness. I'm Kim Watkins and today is Tuesday, June 11th. This is a level 2 difficulty workout and we're going to be together for about 14 minutes of exercise without any equipment, and you don't even need shoes. So kick off those shoes, stand up straight. Let's get started with 2 warm-up moves, the same 2 moves that you used yesterday to warm up. The first is a standing swim, which means you want to stand up really tall with your feet together, contract your leg muscles and your glutes and your abs, tuck in your tailbone, and then pretend that you're an Olympic swimmer in the freestyle, whatever the lengths are. I don't even know what the lengths are, but just swim for 30 seconds. Bringing one arm back and then the other, making a giant, slow, controlled, but dynamic circle with your shoulder. And keep that going for another 15 seconds or so. Deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. Just warming up the body a little bit, getting that back warmed up, warming up your shoulders, obviously, and fatiguing the arms just a little bit. Now we're going to take it to a high knee march, warming up the lower part of the body. So lift those knees up to about hip level and swing your arms forward and back, not side to side. Okay, so let's do that for 30 seconds as well. Today's moves are one step beyond the difficulty level of the foundational moves that we did yesterday, which means that you're going to do a squat, you're going to do lunges. These are all very basic moves as a whole. These are more sort of the standard level moves, whereas yesterday we did a lot of the modified moves, which are kind of like halfway, protecting certain joints and protecting your balance and everything. But today we're going to go full force. So let's get started. We're going to start with a standard squat. Now, I know that you don't like squats. Most people that encounter squats that aren't really, really, really good at them don't really like them because they're just not that exciting. But if you plant your feet shoulder width apart with your pinky toes and heels in line, okay? Now, you're going to sit down and back into an imaginary chair. You want to keep your back straight. You want to keep your chest lifted, and you want to contract those tummy muscles. You don't want your knees to go past the tips of your toes. And when you exhale and you start to lift up, which you want to do very slowly, you contract your glutes and you press your heels into the floor. Likewise, when you stand all the way up, you get to that fully standing position. Thrust your hips forward a little bit so that you really fully elongate those hip flexor muscles. Okay, let's get started. Inhale on your way down, exhale as you lift back up slowly. Take your time. There isn't a huge need to do a bunch of these. You just need to do 5 or 6 in 30 seconds to start feeling the difference between a lazy squat and a really good one. A really good squat works the back of the body. It really helps you with your balance, and it forces you to control your breathing on the right exertion sort of point. So just go with it. Take your time. You'll do more dynamic squats tomorrow. And now we're going to move on to the lunges. Okay, so now we're going to do a forward lunge, alternating forward lunge, which means you take a big step out with your right leg. Bend both knees to 90 degrees, lowering the torso straight down. Keep that back straight. Keep your abs engaged. Don't lean forward. All right, now step back, starting position, then step forward with the other leg, the left leg. Okay, it's early in the morning. Yeah, it's really early. I have a full day. So this is quite, I'm tongue-tied here. Okay, so keep going for 30 seconds on these alternating forward lunges, and then the next thing is going to be your jumping jacks for the day. So just hang with me as I wake up as well. Hopefully this is your first sort of interaction with the media of the morning. You roll out of bed, you get a big sip of water, and you join me on your living room floor to get that exercise routine out of the way, the maintenance out of the way, so that you don't have to feel guilty about not going to the gym. Okay, now it's time for jumping jacks. Make sure that that back is straight, your chest is open, and you're going to jump out, Lift your hands up over your head, touch at the top for 30 seconds. Go ahead. Land lightly on the balls of your feet. Make sure you keep a bend in your knee for shock absorption throughout. You're halfway through. Doing great. Keep breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. All right. And 3 more seconds. 2 and 1. Now you're down on the floor. Get yourself into hands and knees position again, and let's do 1 camel and 1 cat and then 1 camel. So round up your spine and exhale. Now contract your spine, lift your head and your chest, and then neutralize your back by flattening everything out. And then I want you to lower your body down to your forearms and cross. Bring your left foot, your left knee sort of down and your left foot over to the right, up underneath your body. And then rest your hips on the left leg, the lower part of the left leg, okay? So just breathe deeply. We're going to do this. We're just going to be in this position, which is called a pigeon plank, for 30 seconds. And the point of it is to really help your back develop a little more extension. You're going to stretch out your glutes, stretch out the lower back. Good. 15 more seconds. Just breathe deeply in through your nose, out through your mouth. In the second set, we'll do the other side. Excellent. Okay. Now, bring that left foot back to the center and put your left knee back down on the floor where it was before. What I want you to do now is stabilize your weight on the right leg. You're going to lift the left knee up and out and then lower it down slowly for 15 seconds. Okay, this is an isolated fire hydrant. Yesterday we just switched sides, alternating the legs. Today I want you to really focus on extending that left leg up and then slowly contracting your muscles as you lower it down. Now switch sides. Stabilize your weight on your left knee. Lift the right knee up and slowly lower down. Good. Keep going. One more move after this, then we're going to take a quick break and then repeat all of these moves for the second set. All right. Now, lower your body back down to your forearms if they're not already. You might have done the fire hydrant on your forearms, which is perfectly fine. A lot of people do that. Some people prefer them on their hands, and some people have weaker wrists and prefer the forearm position for that fire hydrant move that we just completed. But either way, you're on your forearms now. Walk your feet back. You're on your toes. Let's do a plank. Squeeze those tummy muscles. Yesterday, we just did the modified plank on your knees, but your time is going, so make sure that your butt is down. Your hands, or rather your elbows, are right underneath your shoulders, and you're breathing. You're halfway through. Very nice. All right, counting it down here for 3 seconds more. 3, 2, and 1. Now stand up and take a deep breath. Have a sip of water. And let's go back to that squat. This is the standard squat as opposed to yesterday's modified squat where we only lowered the butt a couple of inches, or 6 to 8 inches, I think, below the standing position that you start in. But now you're going all the way down until your thighs are parallel to the floor, which is fantastic. You're going to feel like you're going to fall backwards because you're shifting your weight to your heels. As you exhale, lift up, squeeze those glutes, and press the heels into the floor. Okay, this is the second set, so we're going to move very quickly. Your time is going for the squats. Just after the squats, you're going to go right into the alternating forward lunge and then the jumping jacks. All right? Terrific. 10 more seconds. Squat down, lift up. Lift up slowly. Squeeze the glutes. Make sure your pelvis is fully vertical the entire time. Finish the one that you're on now. Very good. Okay, right into those alternating forward lunges. One thing with the lunges you want to make sure that you do is keep your feet straight. You don't want to turn your toes out, or let your ankles rather sort of collapse inward, which makes your quad, or allows your quad to absorb more of your body weight. And it's a strong muscle, so it can do that. And you can do lots of lunges that way because your quads can support that. But you really want to use the back and sort of ancillary, the smaller muscles on the sides of your legs to stabilize your body weight as you step forward and move with one leg, right? Couple more. We're going into the jumping jacks in 3 seconds. Very good. Okay, jacks, 30 seconds. Finishing up after this with 3 moves on the floor. You will be out of here in 13 minutes. Very good. 15 seconds more. Keep those jumping jacks going. Keep your back straight. Do not touch your heels to the floor. You're landing lightly on the balls of your feet, keeping a slight bend in your knee. Excellent. Now lower your body down to the floor and rest on those forearms and your knees about hip width apart. Keep the knees directly underneath your hips and your forearms are on the floor. Now reach that right foot up underneath your body and across to the left side. And then you're in your pigeon plank again. Now for the other side. Breathe. Totally focus on keeping the butt down. You want those hips to rest right down there on top of your leg in order to feel the stretch through your glutes and that lower back part of your sort of the accentuated portion of the cat camel, which we started with yesterday. Very good. 2 moves left. 10 seconds on this pigeon plank. Then we're going to go back to that fire hydrant. This time we're going to lift the right leg up. And good. Now lift your body back up from the pigeon plank onto your hands and lift the right leg up. And then slowly lower it down. Remember that negative resistance is just as important as the lift portion. So lift up, pause at the top, and then lower the knee down slowly. Hang in there for another minute and a half or so and you'll be out of here. All right, so just keep going. We're going to finish with the plank, standard plank coming up in 10 seconds. Wonderful. 5, 4, 3, 2, and you're done with that fire hydrant. That works, of course, the top part of your leg and the glute muscles quite a bit. Very, very good for stability work. Now lower your forearms back down, or lower your body rather, back down to your forearms. Walk those feet out onto your toes. Last 30 seconds on your plank. Squeeze your glutes. Keep your butt down and keep breathing. It's very easy to sort of hold your breath as you get through one of these harder moves, especially these abdominal moves where you squeeze your tummy muscles and you don't know how to get the breath kind of going, but just focus on taking breath in through your nose, exhaling through your mouth. You're almost there. 5 more seconds. Very good. All right, you're all set. Congratulations. Thank you so much for joining me for this level 2 workout on your Tuesday morning. I hope that you have a wonderful day, and I'll be back tomorrow with the level 3 workout for this week's series. I'm Kim Watkins from InShape Fitness, and if you have any questions about this workout or any others, visit inshape-fitness.com. I will see you tomorrow. Have a great day.